Well, I I don't particularly care about this game, but I felt I needed something just to have on in the background as I just kind of spoke about me. I know no one cares. And I know no one cares because I don't care. So, I just wanted to put my thoughts down on the internet or on my computer somewhere, wherever I decide to put this. Backed by a MegaBonk Giga Chad playthrough. It's fucking comedic, isn't it? But I can't bring myself to embrace the silence for more than 2 seconds. So, you get my best attempts at ASMR while I tell you about all my mental health issues. Of course, I say that lightly. I've never been diagnosed, and I'm not the biggest fan of self diagnoses, so. As far as anyone is concerned, I'm perfectly normal. And you are too, probably, unless you're diagnosed. I don't even know where to begin, but since I am doing this in relative anonymity, I'll just start where it cuts deepest. Ever since I was around 9 years old, I wanted to kill myself. I've told this to friends, family, once or twice. Nothing ever comes of it. I've talked about getting therapy, but I never really think it'll help. I mean, how are they gonna convince me that anything matters? Especially when I don't want to be convinced. You can only help yourself. I'm not gonna pay someone to care about me. Nor can I afford to pay someone to care about me. And I don't really think wanting to kill myself is that big of an issue. Honestly, I say nothing came of it, but that's the best possible outcome. I'm constantly terrified that if I say something odd, if I tell people that I don't feel okay, that they're gonna start treating me differently, as if I'm not okay. And I really don't want that. If anything, I want to talk about how fucked everything is, how fucked I am in the head, and how just awful the world is, and everything around me is imploding in on itself, and yet I cannot do the same. And if I do, I'm I'm weak, or I need to be protected, and I don't want that. I don't want to be protected. I don't want to be seen as a liability, or I don't want to be viewed as a ticking time bomb. Even even if I personally think I am, my personal thoughts have little to do with my feelings as of late. And that's it's hard to have a sense of emotional and cognitive dissonance. Especially, especially thinking that all of this is in my head. I'm smart. I know. know that everything I'm saying, everything I'm doing is just a little game in my head. It's all performative. And I don't really know. I don't know what the real me is. I mean, my thinking is so eroded that I can't have a serious conversation with the people I care about. Instead, I run away to a little video essay or my room alone in the dark, blocking out my pets, my family, my cognitive thoughts. Even sleep evades me nowadays. And I play this stupid fucking game. I mean, it's addictive. What can you say? And even if I hate myself for all of it, I know I'll never change. I know I'll never bring myself to drag that knife across my wrist because I am afraid. And I love myself for being afraid. I hate myself for a lot of things, but I thank God every day that He made me a little bitch. Because otherwise, I wouldn't have the ability to think about how much I hate myself. Because I wouldn't be here. I'd be dead. Years ago. And again, I don't think that's an issue. I don't really understand why everyone has an issue with wanting to die. The world wasn't meant for us. There is no purpose to our existence. Why force why force it? Why force meaning into our lives when there's nothing there? And it's not sad that there's nothing there. There's nothing. There's no emotion added to the nothingness. Whenever I think about how I don't want someone to die, it is a purely selfish emotion. I don't care if someone else wants to die. I just don't want it to affect me. And I think that's the same for a lot of people. You don't know me. You don't care if you wouldn't care if I disappeared tomorrow. You wouldn't even know. It would not affect your life in the slightest. And if you disappeared, I wouldn't know either. And there's a certain beauty in that. And there's also a little bit of existential dread all mixed in there. And I don't think you can have both. Or the opposite of that. I don't think you can have one without the other. The beauty of nature is there because we are not there. But if we weren't there, we wouldn't be able to appreciate the beauty of nature. I don't I don't know what my goal was when I sat down to record this. I just wanted to talk, to speak, even if it's incoherent ramblings. I wanted to get my thoughts on paper in recording. It's been hard. It's been so difficult to find a reason. And it's not meaning. I already know there is no meaning. Reason and meaning are not one and the same. To find a reason to wake up in the morning is nigh impossible right now. If I were to die tomorrow, my biggest regret would be that I wouldn't be able to catch up on my shows. Because I haven't. I haven't finished everything I want to watch yet. I still have to watch Konosuba. Fuck, I guess I can't think of any. I want my friends to finish the shows I've recommended them and then tell me about them. And that's about all I have to live for as of late. I don't really look forward to anything. Every time I go out, it's the same. I sit in bed for hours beforehand, feeling sick, feeling like I just don't want to go. I don't want to do anything. And I know sitting in bed, I will enjoy it. I will love the world for a few blissful minutes. And I will love myself. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help whatsoever in those moments before. The dread I feel when doing anything is very hard to describe. And I don't want to say I'm depressed, because honestly, what comes of it if I am? Nothing. Nothing comes of it. I can't afford pills, nor am I don't... I don't want to say weak. I'm simply too prideful to accept any sort of medication. I know it's so odd to hate yourself and yet be prideful. But it's a little bit of why I hate myself. I have these phases of day by day. My personality will change. I will just hate everything I've done so far, and then other days I will love myself like no other. Every time I meet someone new, I always compare myself, and I always come out on top. I simultaneously hate myself more than anyone and love myself more than anyone ever will. And again, it's fucking infuriating, the level of cognitive dissonance. But I know tomorrow I will wake up and I will feel completely different about just about everything. I will change completely from the person I was yesterday, and yet I will make the same mistakes and have the same issues.